Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a Welsh Cup tie against Carmarthen, and we follow it up with a league game against Colwyn Bay. Since you were last with us, our form has continued to be very good. However, we have finally, for the first time in 31 matches in all competitions, lost a game. We lost 4-2 in the Nathaniel Cup quarter-final against Barletown with a 4-2 defeat in the end. And we then followed it up with a 2-2 draw away at Barletown in the league. So for the first time this season, we actually dropped points in a league game. In terms of following that, though, we have returned to winning ways straight away in the league with a 4-0 win away at Pontypridd and a 3-2 win at home against Connors Quay. Going into this Welsh Cup time, expecting a win. Carmarthen are doing quite well. They're in the Cymru South at the moment in second place. But considering how well we've been playing recently, I feel that we should be going out there and getting a comfortable result. And following it up with the game against Colwyn Bay in the league, again, hopefully we will continue doing what we're doing. We remain top of the league. We're 10 points clear of last season's champions, TNS. I'm feeling relatively comfortable at the moment. But obviously, we've still got, 8 league games to play before the league split. So it goes into like 6 top half, 6 bottom half, and then from there we play the top teams twice over. So there's still going to be a lot of hard work to do. But if we can continue doing what we're doing in the main part of the league, hopefully we can extend the gap, even if it's only slightly, just to give us even a bit more of a cushion. Because obviously, against the likes of TNS and Penabon, they were very tough games for us. And obviously, with playing them twice, the turnaround could be quite important overall. In terms of everything else that's been going on, I mean, in terms of player stats, of course, Kenny Coker and Josh Hines, two of the top 3 goal scorers in the league this season. We've got the best average rating amongst our players. In terms of assists, 2 of the top 3 are ours as well. Clean sheets, Rogerson's got 4 and Ferdinand with 3, the top 2 goalkeepers in the league. And Kenny Coker's got 5 Player of the Match awards as well. So we're really doing well all round at the moment. So going into this cup tie, we are going to rotate a little bit, but not too majorly. We do need to maintain our push this year for at least some kind of a trophy aside of the league. Malone and Cutbush are going to come in to the midfield. Vincent continues to rotate with Giblin, and Ferdinand has started to play a little bit more regularly in goal as well. And George gets an opportunity in at right back. There's not been too many issues in terms of injuries or suspensions either. So again, hopefully we can go out there today and get the job done quite comfortably. I am expecting us to do well, but at the same time, we've still got to go out there and put in the performance that is deserving of winning a cup tie. And obviously, anything can happen in any cup competition. We see it regularly over here in England, of course, with the FA Cup especially. Anything can happen. So in an ideal situation, we go out there and get an early goal to kick things off, and that would be nice as Kenny Coker charging forward. And that is a lovely goal from Kenny Coker straight away, just as I was saying about getting an early goal, 2 minutes in. He picked it up off the rebound, following the header. I mean, the keeper's clearance was quite reasonable, to be fair, but good header from Charlie Tasker. Coker picked it up. He was pretty much on his own, didn't have any support, and a lovely finish in off the underside of the crossbar. We take a very early lead here, and that is exactly what we were after. Obviously, we will keep an eye on player fitness today as well, because, like I say, we have got that game against Colwyn Bay in the league coming up as well. So there may be a little bit more rotation coming in the second half, especially if we're comfortable in terms of the scoreline after the first. And Malone now laying it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Ferdinand. And now Tasker, just holding on to possession, has plenty of support there and finds Herford. Lays it back into Tasker again. Vincent couldn't get there. It's a bit of a poor pass, that one from Tasker, but Vincent does really well to recover. And Tasker, unfortunately, does have that in his game. We've found in a few games recently that he is certainly capable of making some mistakes. He was exemplary to start with, but he has made some mistakes a little bit more recently. So something that we're just going to keep an eye on at the moment, especially when we have players such as Tompkins who wants more first team football as well. So it could be that our rotational option could come in for a little bit more game time. Zielinski finding Haaland. And now Thomas looking over the top for Vigas. And Vigas is in behind here. And Vigas with the effort. And Ferdinand did really well, to be fair. He had his back to it, but managed to catch it nonetheless. I thought it may have been offside, but nothing was given. George here at the far post couldn't quite win the header. And Evans Harriet picks it up, cuts it inside, finds Hereford. It's taken a huge deflection off Davis Hughes. The keeper completely wrong-footed. And Hereford, he's been a little bit quiet in front of goal, if truth be told. They did all right last season, of course, in the lower division from central midfield anyway. But he has been a little bit more quiet since we've joined the top league. He's not scored many goals at all. But that deflected effort goes into the bottom corner, and we are looking very comfortable here, to be honest. After a quarter of an hour, Harvey Woods into Evans Harriet, and again, a few deflections there. They managed to get it clear through rock, but Tasker comfortably now picking it up and finding Carey Evans. Now Malone back to Tasker. George into Vincent. Back to George again. Chance to get down this right-hand side. Plays it into Evans Harriet. Gets the turn. Plays it again back to George. And now Malone into Hereford again. And he was left free again on the edge of the penalty area. And he's certainly getting some joy out there. And the goalkeeper in the end making quite a good save. And Hereford, with the resulting corner, set to whip it in to that near post. It's gone a little bit further than intended. But Malone has handled it. And the move in the end comes to nothing. But we're dominating possession. In terms of attempts at goal, again, we're dominating. We certainly seem to have a system that works for this football club. All the players have certainly bought into it, and we are really doing well with it at the moment. Hereford with a delivery again toward that near post. Miller manages to clear, but it's only as far as Harvey Woods, and that is a thunderous strike. And it's come off the post in the end. He did well to get the strike through, to be honest. It was a very crowded penalty area. And Vincent into Harvey Woods again. And Carmarthen will be wondering if they're actually going to get a proper opportunity in this game. It's Cutbush from the edge of the area, and Thompson again, slightly wrong-footed. There was no deflection on it, but Cutbush makes it 3. And unfortunately, from a Carmarthen point of view, it could get quite embarrassing this for them at the moment. Even with our very much rotated options in midfield, we're looking very comfortable, and Thompson's positional play there was quite poor. But it was a first-time strike from Cutbush, so he didn't really have time to set himself. But we're looking incredibly comfortable now. And it's just going to be a case of maintaining concentration. There's Patton in the midfield. Of course, one of our former players, and Cutbush has actually brought down Vigas in the penalty area. So Carmarthen, with pretty much their first opportunity of the game, it's going to be Thomas to take the penalty, and Thomas converts the penalty. So a bit of a warning for us, a little bit poor from Cutbush, really. The fact that he dived into that challenge on the edge of the penalty area. We are dominating the game nonetheless, though. But the fact that we've conceded is a little bit poor, considering the situation we were finding ourselves in to start with. We'll just tell the lads to carry on doing what they were doing, though. It's been a very good performance overall. And we will probably do some rotational substitutions during this second half as we approach the hour mark. And Harvey Woods with a corner, chance to swing it into that near post once again, and it's comfortably cleared in the end. Kerry Evans laying it back to Woods, and now Hereford again getting some joy on the edge of the penalty area, but this time his strike goes over the crossbar. And we're just going to pause there for a moment. We've got the options on the bench, like I say. Amalindo Mima and Billy Leach can come on. Hines can come on for Coker. Tompkins can come on as well for Carey Evans, who is very much a key player for us at this point. Is someone that we really want to keep an eye on. And the other two players really are defensive options. In an ideal world, I would take off Hereford. We'll bring McClafferty on. Just put him in the holding midfield role. I'm sure it'll be fine. Because at this point, we are still creating a lot of opportunities. And aside of Charlie Tasker and the goalkeeper, we're pretty much at a full rotation now. Here's Davis Hughes into Haaland. Now Vigas. Good tackle from Tompkins. Billy Leach with a rare opportunity as well. We're still trying to offload him, incidentally, and it's just not getting any interest. But this is a great run from Leach, and that is an unbelievable goal from Billy Leach. What a fantastic goal from him. It's arguably going to be one of the goals of the season, that one. What a run that was. He beat 4 players there as part of that run. and it's a very good finish. And it's very much secured the victory, of course, but that has certainly given us something to think about. Like I say, I've been trying to offload him pretty much all season. Um, but he's not done anything like that in the Welsh Premier League. And of course, we're looking at winning the Premier League at the moment. So the fact that he's not been massively capable at that level probably shows that he's not going to be good enough in general. But he certainly made a statement there. And Thomas is in, and that's a good save from Ferdinand. Carmarthen certainly giving good account of themselves here. Obviously, like I say, we have rotated quite a lot in the second half. But, you know, we've got to give the players their opportunities still. Yes, we pretty much know what our strongest team is and everything like that, but players do deserve opportunities, and that's what we've done today. And Billy Leach certainly has stepped up with giving us something to think about. Like I say, a goal of that quality is certainly very good. Carmarthen, incidentally, have created a lot more goal-scoring opportunities in this second half since we've made those changes. Obviously, McLafferty isn't a holding midfield player, so that's probably part and parcel of it. But it's a very comfortable victory in the end. Goals for a few of our rotational options there. Obviously, Coker and Hereford, first team regulars, but Cutbush and Leach on the score sheet. Good performances from them as well, for the most part, apart from obviously Cutbush giving away that penalty. Balaton winning 8-1 in their cup tie. Bit harsh on Newport CS there, really. But we move on to our home game against Colwyn Bay now. 4 days to go until that game. We've received 2,500 for that Welsh Cup tie as well. Something I did forget to mention, we've finally been allowed to do a coaching course as well, which is quite nice. And obviously, because we're potentially going to be bidding for a European place next year, I will need some kind of qualifications, I would have thought, as well. So in relation to club finances, we're only £10,500 in debt. We're still a little bit overspent in terms of budgets, and obviously we're not even at January yet. But I'm quite happy with that. It's yes, for a club as small as we are, it is looking like a lot of money. But we have just made a good amount of money from that Welsh Cup, and hopefully we can continue to do so when it comes to the fourth round, which we will have the draw for now. And there's only 17 teams in the draw. Obviously, one of them will have had, yeah, so that one's yet to be played. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of that one, but it's looking like it'll be TNS. They play Mumbles, Barrett against Newtown, Coners Key against Cambrian and Clydach, Carmarthen against Afton Lido, Barlatown against Llandudno, Caro Eli against Pantardaway. We have a home tie, and I'm hoping it's not going to be against Penabon. Holywell or Porthladog would be nice, and we get Penabon. So, you know, I think that's going to be a tough cup tie. Penabon are third in our league at the moment. So if we can get past them, it would be a good opportunity for us. And obviously, there is a little bit of money in relation to the Welsh Cup as well. So it is something that does require our focus. And in terms of going forward, the Welsh Cup tie is actually very, very soon. But we'll probably give that a miss, unfortunately, because obviously of the games that are coming up. We'll play Penabot in the league game with Llandudno for tomorrow's episode. But obviously, initial focus must remain. 3 days to go until the game against Colwyn Bay, and we'll be back momentarily for that one. Okay then, guys, here we go for the game against Colwyn Bay. They're sat in 7th place at the moment. They've had a bit of a bit part season, if truth be told, and obviously we have an opportunity to extend our gap, not only to TNS, but also to Penabon. Penabon are actually at home against struggling Llandudno, and TNS are away against Pontypridd, who have only got 3 points this season. So I fully expect Penabon and TNS to do well today. Connor's are playing Newtown, who are again struggling as well. So we just have to go out there and do the job. And even if we can maintain the 10-point gap to the league split, that would be ideal. And back to the full strength lineup. Ferdinand in goal. Vincent remains at left back with Kerry Evans, Tasker, and Prescott. Prescott coming back into the side there. Ayaraha coming back into the midfield with Hamilton. Hereford remains. Hines and Evans Harrier out wide with Coker, up front. And again, we hope to just continue the form that we're in. Obviously, we've got tough games coming up as well. TNS is in 3-4 days' time, so that is certainly going to be a big one. If we can beat them, we are very much looking strong for the title this year. But we need to go out there and get the job done today. And hopefully, again, an early goal would be nice. Prescott here with the throw to Evans Harriet. Straight away looking for Kenny Coker. Murray comfortably clears. Eraha picks it up in that holding midfield role. Now Hamilton. Eraha plays it out wide. Lots of space for Vincent here. Swung in. Kenny Coker is there and he couldn't get it on target. He was just stretching for it a little bit, really. Fortunately, he couldn't, like say, get it on target, and it remains 0-0. But very positive start again, possession-wise, dominating. 7 attempts at goal in the opening 10 minutes. We are really all over them. But again, no goal to show for it as of yet. Prescott now coming down this right-hand side. Opportunity to get it into the penalty area. Lays it inside to Hamilton. There's the cross, and there is Hines with a header, and it's just over again. Another wasted opportunity. Again, 10 attempts and only 3 on target. We really need to get our accuracy sorted with these chances. It's quite frustrating at times. And so far, Colwyn Bay, you'll be wondering how they're still level, if truth be told, as the ball comes into the penalty area. Tasker lays it back out to Hamilton. Manages to get it in toward that back post. Vincent was there trying to get the volley. Couldn't get onto it, though. And he picks it up. Back into Carey Evans. Back into Vincent. He's actually swung it in right-footed. And Coker again. Winning the header comfortably, but off. Well, he wasn't offside, but he was off target for sure. And again, only a third of our attempts at goal on target so far. Bit frustrated with how it's going. We certainly should be in front. 74% possession as well. We really are all over Colwyn Bay at the moment. But this is looking a little bit dicey, if truth be told. We need to really knuckle down. And I mean, I can't fault the performance at all. The performance is excellent, but we need to get that goal. And we may have to make 1 or 2 changes here just to see if we can find a way of getting ahead here. Hines and Coker and Evans Harrier, all 3 of them not playing particularly well at the moment. But again, we're dominating play. And we're just going to demand a little bit more because, like I say, it's a little bit of a concern. And, I mean, they've had 2 attempts, 1 shot on target. Kenny Coker is very unlike him not to be having a good game. He's constantly been a danger in front of goal. Harvey Woods can come on up front. We'll get Billy Leach and Armelindo Mima on. And see if changing the front 3 will help us. Kerry Evans struggling a little bit, so Tompkins can come on at centre-back as well. And hopefully we can find a way of getting in front here, because this is certainly going to be 2 points dropped. Jello now with a throw into Marsh Hughes. Swings it into the far post, and Pritchard has scored for Colwyn Bay. We have completely dominated the whole match. And we find ourselves behind. Going to go very attacking. Eraha with a delivery into the penalty area. They managed to get it clear. Vincent wins that header. Billy Leach couldn't get there. Mima gets the header, and it's off target again. I'm going to offer some encouragement to the lads. Like I say, we've completely battered Colwyn Bay today. Tasker doing well to intercept that one. Has support. Needs to find a pass, though. Lays it back to Tompkins. Now Eraha into Hereford. Lays it out wide to Vincent. Can he get it into the penalty area? We've got support in there. Swung in. Harvey Woods is there with the header. And Harvey Woods, finally, we have a reward for our domination in this match. We are level now at 1-1. Can we go on now and win this game? It's a good header from Harvey Woods, incidentally. He just guided it back across goal. Russell couldn't quite reach it. And we are now level at 1 apiece. TNS are winning 2-1 against Pontypridd. Penabont are actually level against Llandudno at the moment. Can we get one last push for that winner here? Offer some encouragement for the last minute or so. And that is a huge result for Colwyn Bay. Look at those match starts. We should have absolutely battered them today. And we've only come away with a draw. The fact that we've not taken our chances is very poor, and the gap to TNS is closed now to 8 points. It's still a good lead to have, but we play them next. If they win that, obviously it's looking a little bit more dicey. The fact that we've started dropping points in a couple of league games isn't ideal. It's only 3 days and we're away from home as well. And we follow it with a game against Penabont in the Cup as well. So there's a run of tough fixtures coming, if truth be told. We'll be back at the start of January for Penabont and Llandudno, like I said before. And hopefully in the meantime we can continue to be unbeaten in the league. That's the key. But obviously the TNS game could be where we falter. But we'll see how things go in the meantime. And we'll be back tomorrow. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.